Hello, in this point, I want us to check on video number 14 when it comes to the pivot tables. So after doing a summary, we might actually want to drill down into the individual products so that we can actually see where this amount actually came from. So I would actually want us to check on a feature almost very close to what we call a drill down. But in my case, I will actually call it a drill down. Drill down is when you actually have the total amount for the vegetables in this case, and you also have the total amount for the fruits, and you would actually want to see where the total amount for the vegetables came from and where the total amount for the fruits actually came from. That is, you would actually want to check the records for the vegetables and the amounts, the individual records and the amounts which actually summed up to the total amount for the vegetables. Same applies to the fruits. But before we actually do that, I would urge you to subscribe to my YouTube channel and also follow me on my X account so that you can build one of the largest platforms together. So in this kind of a drill down feature, we will actually be checking where we have a pivot table report, amount by product category. That's amount by categories. So insert tab, click on pivot table there. Then it's actually okay, existing worksheet. I can actually pick H3 there, hit on okay. We have actually seen how that can be done. So drag the amount into the values and drag the category into the rows, just like that. So in this point, you can actually check that I have the total for the fruits, which is actually 693,069. I also do have the total for the vegetables, which is actually equivalent to 336,665. So when I actually say the drill down, if I double click on this point here for the amount, it will actually tell me where 693,069 actually came from. So I can just double click it like that, and you'll actually check that this is the records for the fruits. You can check that the category is actually fruits all the way up to the last item down there, which is actually on the last item is basically on C147. So that's it. So these are actually the fruits. And that amount for the fruits has actually been obtained by summing all these amounts here. So that amount for the fruits is actually from summation of this amount. Yes. So the category is actually the fruits, and this is actually the amount. On this point too, you can actually check that for the vegetables, we have 336,665. So you can just double click on it again, and it will actually take you to the real data, because what you have in this point is just a report, a summary. So it will actually take you to the real data. So that's why I'm actually calling this one a drill down, because it will actually take you down to the original data. So double click on this point like that, and now you can see this is vegetables category is actually vegetables, and these ones are actually the amounts. So these amounts have actually been summed up so that you can obtain 336,665, just like that. So before we actually check on the next example, I'll actually bring you to this point here. So in this case, you can actually check that I have many courses on Microsoft Excel, and in these courses, you will actually master Microsoft Excel. And to actually access all this, you actually need $100 so that you can actually gain the access to my Google Drive account. And when my website is actually back, you will actually be shifted into the website, because access has to be full-time. Now imagine getting a deal worth 945 US dollars at $100. That's not even a bargain. You have been given this almost at a free. So grab that opportunity, because it's only available for the very first 25 clients. On this point too, you can actually get me your project. Let's say, for example, if your project is actually running every month, you can book for the monthly retainer. So in the monthly retainer, it will be a monthly subscription, $550 a month. And I will actually do all the work. That work actually entails cloud in Excel, dashboards, charts, automation, pivot tables and models, Power BI, financial forecast, templates management, all that work. $550. So I'll actually help you solve your problems when it comes to data analytics. For the one-time task, again, let's say the AI-powered dashboard designs, the AI data analysis and insights, the AI automation and smart macros, the AI enhanced Power BI reports. These ones are actually the prices from $150, $200, $250, and $300. So the prices are fairly good. So make sure you actually get me the work so that I can help you solve your problems. On this case too, you can actually get me the templates so that I can work on them. So I can design for you the template. I can also manage for you the same template and deliver the results. So for the monthly retainer, this is actually the price. That is template management and delivery, $50 a month. only. So for the one-time task on the templates, I can design for you the ultimate business dashboard templates, personal finance and budget trackers, inventory management systems, AI-powered reporting templates, HR and payroll trackers, sales performance trackers, all those templates, and you can actually check that the prices are very good. $22, 19, 15, 19 again, 12, 17. So get me the work so that I can actually do for you. I'll actually be very glad to help you sort out your problems. So to actually reach me out for the courses, the templates, and the projects, this is my email. So use this email so that you can actually talk business. So I would also want us to have a pivot table report for the sum of amounts by products. So allow me to actually insert a pivot table. So I'll actually click into the table there, insert pivot table. I click on it there. Then on this point, I'll actually insert into the existing worksheet, sheet 1, H9. Okay. I'll drag the amount into the values, then drag the product into the rows, just like that. So in this point, you can actually check that you have apples 191, 257, but we would actually want to know how we actually obtain this 191, 257. Where are the individual records for the apple? So to actually check on the individual records for the apple, you have to drill down. So you have to double click on this amount. So double click on it like that. Now you can check that I have the records for the apple. You can check the product. It's actually apple all the way up to the last one on B41. Come to this point again, then you can double click for the banana like that, and you can actually check that I have the product being the banana all the way up to the last product down there on B72. On this case too, you can double click, let's say the orange, double click on it like that. You can actually check that the product is orange up to the last item there, which is actually on B25. And finally, we can check the last one, which is actually carrots. Double click on the amount there. Now you can actually check that you have the carrots here. And the total amount for the carrots has actually been obtained by summing all these amounts here. So the product is actually equivalent to the carrots up to the last one, which is actually on B28.